Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Robinson household. My name is David Robinson, co-host Michael Robinson in the house tonight. Honestly, folks, I want to tell you that I have a new nickname for Mike Robinson. Mike, you want to hear what it is?
I would love to.
He's the spirit of the football league. He's the spirit of Clubhouse Fantasy Weekly. You want to know why, folks? And I'll be the first to admit this, is that I was not going to do a show this week. It's Thanksgiving week. Everybody's got the day off tomorrow. There's games tomorrow. There's no point on doing it on Thursday or Friday night. Nobody's going to probably watch it anyways. And the ones that do, good on you. And we're here on Wednesday. Spirit has fulfilled our promise.
Hey, man, let's go. We got to put the show out before Thursday, or we're not doing our jobs. I know we got probably a listening audience of maybe 4 or 5 tops.
And we're here for you.
But we're here for you, man, and we're having a good time doing it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it on that one.
That's all. All right. You know what, Mike? We're going to look back at Week 11, do a little fast forward to Week 12, see what we think is going to happen. But it's all about playoff positioning right now. I talked about it a little bit last week on Weekly. You know, right now, I mean, it's to that 5, 6, 7 spot. Who's going to make the playoffs? Who's not? We got Derek at 5 and 6, who's still got a sneaky chance if he can win out to get in because he's good on points. You got Amari Sodomizer Stevens' team, bad on points at 6 and 5. He's on the outside looking in. He's going to have a tough time making it. And then,
but he's a player.
Oh, he's a player. He's been playing hard. So I mean, really, guys, I can't emphasize this enough.
I talk probably more with Steven than, well, no, besides David, about the fantasy football.
I cannot emphasize this enough at this point in the season. If you are not dirty, grimy, getting a better kicker on a weekend and week out basis,
every waiver wire,
every
time the waiver wire is over, go get yourself a little bit of talent. Just do something.
Get
any asset.
Go steal a point.
You gotta claw with your fingernails.
Go steal a point right now. Whatever you can do, you have to do it. So, Mike, what do you say? We're going to look back at Week 11 in the Clubhouse Fantasy Weekly.
Yes, sir.
Let's see here. Let's find a snooze fest first, can we? Not a ton of snooze fest. Actually, close games. But we'll start off with Lick My Tape versus the Lone Rangers.
Ooh, Alex, feel your pain. I know you're probably one of our listeners because you comment about our type of stuff. I feel for you on this loss. This sucks, but I wanted it. No
Apparently,
offense.
at some point, Tim had to get a win, and it was this week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, really, you know, it comes down to Monday Night Football. It comes down to, I mean, that Monday Night Football game, Chiefs-Rams, epic game, 54-51.
I can tell you what happened in that game, and I was probably 14 beers deep. That's how good a game it was.
The ball flying all over the place. The problem for Alex is the ball's flying all over the place, but Todd Gurley's not getting the ball out of the backfield. That's one of those things I talk about, though. You go home, you see the score is 54-51. Todd Gurley must have had 40 fantasy points, right?
Right.
No, puts up a 10 ball, and that's it. And that's where he falls short, frankly. I mean, he would have been projected to win going into Monday Night Football. If Gurley puts up 25, he wins. If Gurley puts up 20, he wins. Tim comes up with a 7-point victory. I mean, really, on the backs of some of his late-season pickups here, you know, I mean, Aaron Jones, not somebody who was rostered early in the league. He picks him up, and he gets a win out of the deal. Good for him. He's not going to go down as getting made fun of as the Owen whatever guy. So, I mean, he saves face this week.
I half root for Tim because he's such a downer on himself. I go to myself, I say, come on, man, you got to think positive. This whole day, I watch him watching his phone. He's watching his phone the whole day. It's like, I know you care. Think a little more positive, but hey. And like actually matters.
As always, though, it comes down to Zeke Elliott for him, and Zeke puts up a huge number.
Zeke does.
You know, I mean, really, outside of Zeke, he gets 10 points out of Matt Prater.
Hey, you gotta like that.
You know, Prater has the ball kind of guy. You know, was there any coaching decision?
I can't do it.
You know, I mean,
off the whim.
Lick My Tate is missing Marvin Jones this week. That's a little bit of a bummer. I mean, would he even played him anyways? Let's see here. No. Probably not. He plays Allen Robinson. That would have been. I mean, that's
he played the right man. He played the right lineup. He just lost.
Just fell short.
All right, moving on.
Let's go. We'll go up to let's do my matchup. Two of the higher scoring teams this week. Shock and awe, my team versus the Breeze Knees.
Second and third highest scoring points.
Yeah. So I run into a little bit of variance there. I put up one of those numbers that should win on a week in and week out basis, and I lose. And I'm not going to cry about it. I mean, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, when a team puts up 142 points, you're probably going to lose. I only go for 133. You know,
133 is one of those numbers that was a really good, Dave, and I've heard a little chimmerings around the place, but it looks like you put up a pretty good number, my man.
No, I did. I mean, whatever. I mean, that's the thing. Briefly, I'll touch on that. Okay,
we're gonna go briefly because we're trying to move this along today.
Fantasy football is not about scoring, being the number one point scorer on a week out basis.
Same.
It's about having the highest floor on a week in and week out basis. having one of those teams that put up 115 points every single week. And if you look at my history, I'm not falling short of that number very often. I think one time this year I actually had a dud.
Yeah.
You
still won somehow.
Yeah, and I still won. So, whatever. That's what it's about. And, I mean, really, it's about consistency in draft and drafting high-floor players, and that's what I always goal to do. I did that this year, and I lose to a team that just puts up a huge number. You know, I mean, Travis Kelce, I talked about it last week. I thought he'd be the difference in this matchup, and he was on Monday Night Football, puts up 24 fantasy points. So I called it. Called it exactly, and Kelce goes...
You called her to beat you, too.
Right, and Kelce goes exactly 9 points over projection, and she wins by exactly...
9 points.
Thank you. And that's all I really got to say about that one. I mean, really... You know, she was missing some guys. I was missing a couple guys. Very even matchup. And this is just what happens in fantasy. I mean, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Still first place in the league. Still have my head held high. And I think I'm going to win the regular season. I don't know.
You oughta.
Yeah,
unless I can pull some garbage or somebody.
I oughta. And so let's just go on. We'll move on.
Ridiculousness.
We'll go to ridiculousness. Mr. Big Point Man, right?
Yeah. I mean, number love, Anthony, but that was...
Mr. Big Point Man.
Out of left field, if you ask me.
Puts up a number that somebody had to beat, and he didn't get beat. So he had a high floor. Wow, nothing wrong with that, brother. Love it. Talked about it last week. Cam Newton, big number against Detroit. Even though like Cam Newton kind of like that Carolina-Detroit game a little bit weird. Carolina goes into Detroit, gets beat in a weird style game.
You got to watch all the games way harder than I did.
Yeah, and McCaffrey really doesn't put up a huge number for him. So really, he gets all of his love in that big matchup on Monday Night Football with Kansas City and L.A. with Tyreek Hill going off for almost 40.
That is sick.
So... The guy comes back from behind.
That's right. You get 38.5 out of Tyreek Hill, and you score 107. So I mean, hey, you got the win. Good job, but I don't know if you got much to hang your head on here.
Let me take a quick look at his bench because I just want to see if we're missing.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, we got something.
Le'Veon Bell is still on your bench.
Oh my gosh!
Only if he's your mascot should he be on your bench. I mean, if you have an official mascot that you have to have on your bench,
I want Le'Veon Bell to be your.
I might as well have Ronald Reagan on my bench.
Yeah,
because my mascot needs to be on my bench.
At least Ronald Reagan out of the grave has a chance to play because Le'Veon Bell ain't playing
this year. Ronald Reagan has a better chance of playing. I mean, Scientology must
at least as equal of a chance.
Yeah, so no, that's terrible. We're gonna go over to Derek's team just briefly. I want to touch on it. Still 2 kickers. Don't know why. Must not watch the show, but he is doing work out there. I like some of the pickups he's making.
He's making good pickups, but man, you're right. Like, what the hell? What's the point of? Don't you guys look at the waiver wire every week? Seriously, look at the waiver wire.
Yeah.
There's kickers out there that'll get you 9-10 points a game that nobody owns. Every single week.
Every single week. Like, you don't get to replace your kicker mid-game if your kicker, like, pulls a hamstring.
Yeah.
It's not like a special rule.
That's how it works.
Yeah. All right.
Let's move on.
Next one. What we got next, Mike?
We'll go with me.
Okay.
Because I think that the other game is the game of the week.
You put a big number this week.
Oh, yeah, man. Just whatever. All my dudes went off.
Oh, $1.53 for the Sweden house. Gosh, they must have went up to the bay for how much top round did they eat?
I mean, literally, my family. I put my family of 5 into the Sweden House buffet, and we probably ate at least 5 pounds of roast beef.
Yeah, just killing the top round. You found the fried shrimp.
They barely made money on us. Maybe a couple bucks a piece.
Yeah, found it. Saquon Barkley, 34 points on Sunday Night Football. Gotta love that. Hey, good call. Managerial decision. Plays Kenny Galladay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
For the Lions over Alshon, right?
Alshon Jeffrey, yeah. I decided to go with Galladay over, because Carolina had the 23rd ranked passing defense. I had seen that because Yahoo gives you a bunch of advice. If you want to read, Yahoo gives you a bunch of advice all on their own. You can read and you can get better. Anyways.
But more importantly, I think that now that Marvin Jones is out, Golden Tate is traded.
When I found out Marvin Jones,
it's that he's the number one. He's the number one guy, and he was getting fed the ball quite a bit there, and a good play for you. I disagreed with it because I think you always in these situations when we get late in the year,
I start overthinking.
You can't overthink it. I mean, you got to dance with the girl you brought to the prom.
I like that. You got to dance with the girl you brought to the prom, but I plugged Jeffries in, and I got a good game out of it.
Huge performance.
I plugged,
huge performance. I mean, the only thing that Trey Burton doesn't put up a number for you, but you didn't need it. So, but as everybody, shallow at tight end, everybody is. You just got to figure out how to play the right guy at the right time.
You put up a number like 153. And
it doesn't matter. Team, who cares? Who cares?
Who cares?
So that leaves us to the matchup of the week. 4th and 20. Jack's squad goes
versus
up against
Stevens. Amari Sodomizer.
The Sodomizer needed this win, and he doesn't get it. And
I was actually cheering for you, Steve.
Steve was looking good going into Monday Night Football, and then we get that explosion, that 54-51 game, and Pat Mahomes puts up a 40-burger. Kareem Hunt puts up almost 20 points. He gets 60 on Monday Night Football and goes down by 5. That's just got to be a terrorizing game to watch.
Oh, my gosh. If you're
Could you imagine watching that game while you're up 55 to start the game and you just see your lead just dwindle away and you just can't help it?
Big time bummer.
You can't do anything.
Big time bummer for the Sodomizer.
Can't do anything about it. I like his pickup of I think it's Josh Reynolds from the Rams.
Yes, he picked him up.
Yeah, that's a good pickup. Tight end for the Rams.
No coaching errors.
Yeah, I mean,
all the best players in the game.
It's a good pickup. I don't know. I mean, sometimes you just lose.
Sometimes you just lose, Steve. I'd say remain positive and keep coaching, buddy.
No, keep coaching. Keep playing hard. I still am not in love with Jack's team. I still have questions at depth. But you know what? After this week, it's not going to matter. But it will matter in Week 12.
Yeah, and we'll go into the whole league picture after Week 12.
We're going to Week 12 right now.
All right.
We didn't miss anybody in Week 11, did we?
Nope.
We did 5. Oh, good. All right. So Week 12. Let's see here. Tim. We'll do you first.
Yeah, because I should win, but I don't want to get too confident. See, I'm not gonna.
Swedenhouse versus Lone Rangers. Swedenhouse with the big win. That's what we'll be talking about next week because of Mike's running back stack of Barkley, Ingram, and Melvin Gordon. That's what we're going to talk about when we talk about Mike's team.
Not to mention I got Sony Michel on the bench.
Mike, one thing, if you are confident about your playoff hopes.
I was thinking about trading.
You can't trade. Trade deadline's over.
Trade deadline's over?
Mm-hmm.
See, I am a rookie. Remember this. I'm just starting to wrap my brain around it.
One of the things that I've done with my roster that we will talk about a little bit later is that, obviously nobody has, there's no defense this year that is like, the Chicago Bears 85 or the Baltimore Ravens of some year or like Jacksonville last year, right? There's just no defense that's like that defense that you're going to play week in and week out basis. We're playing matchup-based defense on a weekly basis here in fantasy. And you'll notice right now I have 3 defenses.
I did not notice that.
I have 3 defenses for one reason only. I have a matchup in every week of the playoffs. I can play that defense.
Oh, man, I get it.
So it's kind of it's time to dump some of that depth away.
Because why do I need 3 wide receivers at 10 points? I get what you're saying.
Yeah. You dump some of that depth away so you can make up points in the playoffs. That's what I suggest you do this week. That's what I suggest you do to all the playoff teams out there. You got to start finding out your defensive matchups.
Yeah, you got to start looking into the future.
Or whatever it is. Or it might be the tight end. It might be the tight end. Go look at your tight ends that are out there. Where do I have a weak tight end matchup?
I know, I just got rid of Jared Cook, too.
Yeah, but, maybe that was a massive mistake. I mean, maybe in week 13, 14.
Yeah, for Doug Baldwin.
He's got to, what are you going to do? Are you going to actually play Doug Baldwin? No. So that's what I suggest everybody does right now, that if you're confident that you're going to be in the playoffs, is that you find matchups in the playoffs that are advantageous to your cause. Because you're going to be playing your starters. And frankly, Mike, if Saquon Barkley blows his knee out next week, you're fucked no matter what.
I mean, I lose at least 10 points. I'm going to have to go with
so it's not like
Michel.
This is some of the risks you're going to have to take to win the big money at the end of the year.
That's all I want to do is win the big money. Who doesn't, right?
Quick, Tim has, I'm just going to talk about his kickers because I like to do. Who are we going to play this week? Kicker. Ooh, big Thanksgiving game. He's going to play Prater. They're at home against the Bears tomorrow. Against a big defense. I guess he's hoping that...
Spray him with the ball! I'm just kidding. I can't do it disingenuous.
Yeah, it's disingenuous.
Disingenuous.
But you know what? What he might be thinking here is he's thinking that the Bears, good defense, maybe he'll stop the Lions in the red zone plenty of times.
Actually,
and we get some field goals.
Actually, he's probably right.
It's brilliant, guys. Tim, put a podcast up so we can learn your field goal kicker analytics.
Just kidding, man. I think you do a really good job at the restaurant. We're just busting your balls because
he doesn't watch anyways. If he watched,
he would have already been like, I hate you guys.
Well, no, he wouldn't be 1-10. Sorry, truth.
That's true. If you watch, you wouldn't be 1-10.
Truth. I guess we'll go to my matchup next because I'm playing Team Who Cares. So I mean that's kind of where we always start. Really, I'm at full strength. I lose Kerryon Johnson this week because of injury. Lions are not going to play him this week, which is a decision I agree with. I mean, why risk the rookie playing, when you're 4-6?
I mean, it could look like he could possibly be a franchise running back.
But
you're still projected to put up 126. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, well, I picked up Nick Chubb a couple weeks ago. Nick Chubb, all of a sudden, a man in Cleveland. He's playing against a weak Oakland Raiders defense. I look for big numbers out of him. Michael Thomas in the shootout tomorrow night as well. That's the beauty about Thanksgiving, guys. Can we pause and talk about Thanksgiving Day in football now?
I mean, I wanted to rush this episode, but yeah, let's do it because it is that special.
It is, and especially now that we have 3 games. Now, I hate Thursday night football on a week in and week out basis, but I love Thanksgiving Day.
I mean, Thanksgiving special. It's special for all Detroiters, really.
I mean, because we get the Lions at home every year at 12:30. So you're getting up in the morning, heading out to wherever you have to go, and you plan the whole meal around. Well, we got to eat dinner during halftime.
What? It's like I gotta try it because I eat so much during halftime. Like my whole life, it's how it's went. That I try not to fall asleep before the fourth quarter.
Can't do it. Can't do
it now this week.
And that's what you do.
We ain't drinking tomorrow, so it don't matter.
So then at like 3:30, 4 o'clock when the Lions game's over, you rush back home, and you got 2 games to watch for the rest of the day.
Me and Dave are going to have a good time doing it.
You get Dallas, Washington tomorrow, and then you get a shootout in New Orleans tomorrow night, hopefully, for me. Because I got Matt Ryan, Michael Thomas both playing. I just want to see that ball flying up and down the field. Greg Olsen, real quick. Mr. Ridiculousness said, whatever, I don't play, and I'm not that good at this game, apparently.
No, I just said you're not going to put up the points me and Jack can.
Well, ask him how his tight ends are doing.
Yeah.
Because he dropped Greg Olsen, and I picked him up.
He was real confident. He had a speech for us.
Well, I don't hear any speeches anymore. I mean, I know that, whatever. I mean, he's not around for fantasy football.
Anthony! Where are you? This is your job, not mine.
I'll put him on blast right now. I haven't even heard
It's still your job.
I haven't heard an ask. So it's cool. Anyway, like I was saying, preparing myself for the playoffs. I have let's see, for us it'll be week 14, 15, and 16, all planned out, plotted out with my 3 defenses.
What am I? I'm a co-host 3.
Baltimore, New England, and Tennessee. Go look at their matchups. You guys will figure it out if you want to of who's going to play which week. And then honestly, just a lazy play from everybody in the league. I pick up Lamar Jackson.
I thought about it. I went with Doug Baldwin.
I don't even put a waiver claim in for him because I really don't need him, but I just can't have anybody else have him. And that's another thing, too. One of these things that you're going to do when you start getting into the playoffs, guys, is
you didn't have the waiver claim in?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Just picked him up this morning.
Picked him
up this morning on the toilet. So, no, one thing that you have to do, too, is that when we start going into these matchups and you see that somebody's weak at a certain position, you go after that guy. You don't worry about your squad. Go after the guy they're going to
I just went for a wide receiver because I needed a wide receiver.
Seems like, and early in the year, that's what you do. You just try and pick up the best value during waivers. But now you got to look at your opponents and get a win and figure out what you're going to do in the playoffs. Anyways, I like my matchup this week. I've always thought that Matt's team has underperformed on a week in and week out basis. Not his own fault. I think he's had some good players, but I mean,
he can kick your ass, but barely.
I think he runs into some tough matchups this week. Ben Roethlisberger at Denver, David Johnson at the Chargers. He just, Dalvin Cook last week doesn't show up at all. Only puts up a half point.
I'm gonna go with Shakana on this one.
All right, next
moving
matchup. On. Let's see.
Breeze knees 4th and 20.
All right, let's do it. Bring it up. These matchups are not complete yet. I still have Jamie starting Travis Kelce, which she cannot start because, she could, but he's not playing, which would be a poor start.
He has no tight end.
I'm going to imagine.
But we're going to go with our original strategy that there's a tight end out there that can score at least 7 points.
Well, maybe, but she'll probably pick up a tight end. It's not going to be a big boost to her, though.
Well, she will.
But looking over at the 4th and 20, this is his problem. I mean, week 12 was going to be a problem for him all season if we ran an algorithm at the beginning of the season. And Mahomes and Kareem Hunt are going to be out. This is going to be a tough.
Hunt, gone.
It's going to be a tough road to hoe. I mean, we're starting Peyton Barber. We're starting, he does get to start Aaron Rodgers instead of Patrick Mahomes. But even that's a -6 for him right now because Mahomes has been that good this year in fantasy. But his depth issues, it still shines. I mean, we got Vance McDonald starting. Devin Funchess starting. These guys just shouldn't be starters in a 10-man league. Peyton Barber should not be a starter in a 10-man league.
Either should Tyler Lockett.
Exactly. So I go with Jamie's team here. I think that
I think Jamie's team is trending. If we're gonna speak.
she has been trending. She had one almost.
She won. She went 3-0, and then she went
a week against you,
and she beat me.
She had a bad week against somebody and lost.
Oh yeah, she lost against me.
Okay,
but she also beat me. I played Jamie twice this week.
Okay. Oh, I mean, but she's got a solid squad, and we're not dealing with depth issues. You know, we get James White back this week against the Jets. I think that's a big matchup for her. Tevin Coleman against the Saints. That's another big matchup. Yeah, I go with Jamie's team for the win here.
Yeah. Sorry, Jack.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
Neither am I.
I've been predicting the demise of this squad for 8 weeks, and
so I'd like to look right.
It's finally starting to happen.
I mean, good luck if you're actually watching the podcast. I hope you're listening, but at the same time,
when he started playing late, no, he just started. He like picked up speed like week. He didn't start picking up players like seriously. He was at one waiver move until like week 8, and this is what happens. Like these depth issues should have been cured long ago, and
I get on the waiver every week.
They have not been at all. So we go Breeze Knees.
Yeah,
Breeze Knees. Let's do Lick My Tate and Auto Draft,
please.
All right.
Well, this is probably almost the game of the week, though.
Well, the next one's just as close. So We'll go here first. When I look at Derek's team, it's like the highs and lows. You know, because we.
Sorry, I am just so we're clear. I'm looking at my phone.
So this week again though, his huge receiver stack is going to pay off because he's running into another bye with Robert Woods. Rams on a bye this week. Robert Woods on the bench, so he gets to start Odell, Julio, and Adam Thielen. I mean, legitimately, Odell, Julio, and Adam Thielen. I mean, probably 3 of the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL. Yeah. But that's the high. The low is that we're still starting T.J. Yeldon.
Yeah.
T.J. Yeldon is nothing more than a third down back. I don't care how many points he's ever scored for you. I don't care if you have a poster of him at Alabama on your bedroom wall and all you ever wanted to be was T.J. Yeldon when you grew up. You just can't.
It wouldn't be because you're probably older than T.J. Yeldon.
You just can't start him this week. You can't do it. He did it last week. He did it the week before. This guy's just.
How old is Derek? He's like my age. No, he's 26.
I think he's younger. He's 26. Derek, how old are you? I don't know. 26,
26,
5, 4, maybe even younger. I don't know. 23. I don't know. Like you go to college. I don't think you left college. You didn't do that like me. You didn't go to college when you're 30.
Just fine.
Yeah. So no, you're younger. It's the highs and lows for him. I mean, I like Joe Mixon, but. I like George Kittle, but I can't stand the fact that you start T.J. Yeldon. I just can't. It's terrible. And I'm sure, do we still have it? Yeah. We still have 2 kickers.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Drop one of your kickers and pick up a better defense for your playoff matchups.
Or anything. Anything but having 2 kickers.
He's not going to have playoff matchups because he's 5 and 6. I mean, unless he runs the table. If Derek runs the table, because in this league... All
right. If Derek runs the table, sure. But
in this league, we still have 2 more games in the regular season. So Derek could conceivably get to 7 and 6, and he's good on points. So if Derek runs the table and continues to score good points, he will make the playoffs. But that's a tough ask. I mean, you got to be perfect for the last 2 weeks, and that's just tough to do. Quickly over to the Tate. I like his pick of LaShawn McCoy the other week.
He's got good. He fooled me on.
Not that McCoy.
He fooled me on Marlon Mack, and now Marlon Mack's putting up real numbers. I give up John Brown for Marlon Mack,
but Mack was never going to play for you, so it didn't matter.
Because Marlon Mack is that's right.
You have too many running backs. That
have good running backs. So.
It wasn't going to matter.
Receiver.
I like his team.
I still think it was a bad move on my part, but I get you. Moving on.
No, I like his team. I like Zach Ertz. He's got Ertz ready for the rest of the year. That's going to be a huge pickup for him on a week-out and week-out basis. He's got one of the 2 tight ends that put up numbers. That's just money in the bank for him. If I was Alex, he's got Chicago's defense, so maybe he's just going to play them every week. Maybe you find a matchup in the playoffs that could work out better. Who knows? Just a solid team up and down. I can't do much to. Yeah, no, he
plays.
He's solid up and down. Interesting enough, though, we go into this matchup and Auto Draft is projected to win.
Yeah,
by 2 points. What do you got? Who's winning?
I just give fortune favors the hardworking, and I'm gonna give it to Lick My Tate.
Agree 100%. Lick My Tate for the win, secures a playoff spot, and he's gonna be looking for one of those because in the first week of our playoffs with 6 playoff teams, week 1 spots 1 and 2 get a bye.
Okay.
So you're automatically in the semifinals, one win away from the Super Bowl.
I want to be there.
So, and Alex got a chance to be there too. So I think that could be interesting as well.
Yeah.
We'll go to the matchup of the week. Two of our favorites. We've got Ridiculousness versus Amari's Sodomizer. And if Amari's Sodomizer doesn't get a win, he is definitely done. I think that out of all the teams, these are probably the two teams that we root for the most. Definitely Steven's team, just for fun. I like rooting for Steven's team too.
I mean, have you ever met Steven?
Yeah, I mean, just have a conversation with him. I mean, the guy might be
Guy's cool.
one of the funniest men I've ever met. And just like, I don't know. Like,
he's just so, like, whatever, dude. The guy's got a good fucking attitude, you know?
He's good. You could be in like the weeds of all weeds. And,
yeah. Oh, I forgot chicken tenders.
You can't even get mad.
You can't even get mad at him. I'm like over here stressing like a motherfucker. Like, come on, man. I got.
Yeah. Steven, he's got his Houston Texans, man. He's got his Houston Texans, and that's what we need. That's what we need to work. We've got to have these Houston Texans work out this week. He's gonna bench Ebron and play David Njoku for the Browns. He talked to me about that earlier today. Ebron not getting as much love with Jack Doyle back.
Jack Doyle's back, okay.
But I go dance with the girl that got you there, man. Ebron has 10 touchdowns this year. He had a bad week last week. His only bad week of the season. I think they're going to feed him the ball a little bit. Okay. Give him a little bit of love. Don't listen to Yahoo. Listen to Dave. Dave says start Eric Ebron.
Because it's fucking Ebron. And that guy's going to go
Ebron.
Off.
Fucking Ebron. Fucking Ebron scored 30 points 2 weeks ago. And he got shut out last week, and that sucks. But I go with Ebron.
Me too.
Over to Anthony's team. Let's see here. We got to look at the matchups here. Gosh, that's a tough one. Cam and because we look for Anthony, we look at the Carolina Panthers. We look at Cam. We look at Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm. Calvin Ridley.
Cam and Christian are playing at home against Seattle. Seattle's defense has been tough. They played the Rams tough a couple weeks ago. Got a win last week against Green Bay. Seattle's starting to trend the right way. Could be a tough matchup for them, the Carolina Panthers this week. Calvin Ridley had those couple booms weeks.
Pretty sure the Seahawks have, like, historically, over at least the last 8 years, 9 years, dominated them.
Oh, the Seahawks have been a dominant, elite team in the NFL, but hold on. Has he finally dropped? No, Le'Veon Bell. I'm done.
Yeah, that's
Steve,
right. Moving on.
Steve wins. Because
Steve wins.
You still have Le'Veon Bell on your bench.
Steve wins.
And I know that makes no sense, but that's just a coaching
honestly,
area.
it's just like, it's kind of crazy. I mean, there ain't that much out there.
I can't even look at it anymore. Get away from me. I can't look at it anymore.
We thought you were like...
No, I mean, I can't. Like, why?
Sorry, you talk shit today.
Like, get another kicker. Only time you should have two kickers is if you still have Le'Veon Bell on your bench.
All right, so move.
My
matchup. No, we're done.
We're done.
Anyways, guys, we really like whenever you guys tune in.
Oh my gosh, Le'Veon Bell.
Anthony, drop Le'Veon Bell. Do the show next week, please.
Oh my gosh,
this ain't my job.
Oh my gosh, Le'Veon. Great Scott.
Great Scott.
Le'Veon Bell. Anyways,
1.21 gigawatts.
Do one quick side note, just for fun. Mike and I grew up in the restaurant business, so our favorite Thanksgiving memories are probably like.
I went to work on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we used to work on Thanksgiving, like when we were kids.
When I was 9, I was working.
Yeah, we were working, and like our best like memories are like our family dinners would like occur in a banquet room, like at like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Before everybody got there.
Yeah, before we actually opened, and we would sit down and have turkey dinner with like mom and dad and stuff. And we're like, all right, cool, this is what we do on Thanksgiving, and da da da.
Yeah,
and that's special to us because like not everybody else. Nobody else does that, I guess.
Not much, unless you owned a restaurant.
Yeah, nobody else does that. But honestly, post something in the comments. Like, say what your favorite Thanksgiving memory is.
It's true. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Like, tell us what you guys did. I mean, we do what we do now. We're going up to see Grandma tomorrow, hang out with Mom and Dad. Honestly, now with like the whole family, dynamic, it's going to be kind of a boring deal up there, and we're just probably.
It is. Grandma's in rough shape.
Yeah,
but we love her.
Yeah, we're gonna
go spend some time with her
and hope to get out of there as quickly as possible.
Yes. She also wants us to get out of there as quickly as possible if we're gonna be truthful.
Yeah.
She's old. She can only handle an hour of excitement. An hour of me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though, is that like I wonder if everybody else like how do they handle this family dynamic where they have to go to Thanksgiving and they kind of go, all right, got to hang out with the folks for all day. Like, when you're a child, it's kind of cool. But, like, when you're, 30 years old, and you get a day off and you're working 57 hours a week, you're kind of like, it's rather chill.
I think we're kind of unique, though.
Well, tell us.
Yeah, you tell us.
Tell us.
Tell us.
Sponsor time. Clubhouse BFD.
Clubhouse BFD. Love you. Boom. Scott LePage.
Boom. Go see an igloo.
What is it? Oh, yeah, no, I'm telling you, those igloos are so cool. I don't care what all you servers think about it. So cool. They look so cool from the road. They're a revenue generator. And whether we like it or not, they're awesome.
No, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
And let's think about something a little bit
Detroit Pistons? We thank the Detroit
Pistons?
Pistons.
Definitely going to thank the Detroit Pistons.
For these hats.
For giving us at least a decent season.
That we paid for. But whatever. December 17th against the Bucks. Going to be there.
Going to be there.
Excited. Come down and see us. Seriously. 17th. Anybody wants
to come?
Come on down.
Holla at us.
We're going to hang out. We'll be down there. If we had enough people from the league coming down, we could host a podcast from one of those places.
Oh, that'd be cool.
10 of us all hanging out.
All of us. Fuck it.
Talking about fantasy. We'll be talking about playoffs then.
Don't really matter, though.
Yeah, whatever.
We love you. Sign it off.
Let's know. We'll thank the Sweet Nuts Buffet.
Sweet Nuts Buffet, the main guy.
This guy up here. Where the extras don't cost extra.
He started it.
That's it. My name is David Robinson.
My name is Michael Robinson.
Have a great night.
Take care, guys.